Hey everyone, it's Susan here. I wanted to come on and do a little bit of slow stitching with all of you. In front of me, this right here is the next wall hanging I'm going to put in my living room. And yeah, you know what? All three of the slow stitched wall hangings that I have in my living room are all very different. One is all tea dyed stuff, so it looks very vintage. The other one has a lot of black and pink. And then this one obviously, well, it has autumn colors, but that's not really why I selected these colors. I selected these colors because like I have different groups of wall hangings, and in the group that this one is going to go in has a bit of this color to it, like the other wall hangings have some of this color in it, so that's why I went with this color. And I have a video, actually I'll try to remember to link it below, of where I just do like just kind of take you around my living room and show you the art that I have on my walls. Okay, so I have the pieces where I want them, and I pulled out my stash of most of it is cotton laces and trim, and I'm hoarding this stuff. I am absolutely 100% hoarding this stuff because I love it so much. So I have it out because my goal is to use some on here. That's my goal. So we'll see how it goes, because I should not be hoarding it, right? Right. All right. So let me just make sure now that I'm moving stuff around that I'm still in camera here, and I am, and I know hopefully the whole thing it'll be close, but I'll be moving it around anyway. You know, one of the things that I do, I guess I can show you, one of the things that I do for organization is I just have this little box. It's actually a box that a case to an iPhone came in from TJ Maxx. And it's really well made. It's nice and sturdy, and it has this little thing on it. I was even thinking of making a slow stitch piece the size of this, and then glue it on here and hang it on the wall by this, like, right? I mean, I might do that. But in this case, for right now, I just threw in a few things that I thought I might want to add. And I threw in a glue stick because I do see some very experienced sewists use glue stick when they do slow stitching so that it doesn't buckle up. And I've been trying not to do that because I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me. You know, I guess that comes from when I would watercolor paint. You know, it's like you can't even sign it with a pen because now it's no longer truly a watercolor painting. You have to sign either with paint or you can use pencil. But I kind of feel like that's what this would do, is like no longer make it like a slow stitched piece. I don't know. It just feels like cheating. I will give it a try at some point, I am sure. But that's like one little box that I have with me. When I prep to start stitching, you know, I get all of my thread and my yarn all, you know, needled up so that I can just grab and go. This, you know, and this doesn't take me long to do, maybe, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes to do all of this. Some of these I had on here already, like this pink one and this blue, that was from something else, but the rest of them I just did. And that doesn't take long, so, you know, I have that by me. And then the other thing I do for organization for slow stitching is So like once I have the fabrics that I'm going to use, then I kind of go through my stash of all of my yarns and my embroidery threads and everything. And yeah, so that's what I did. And I have these two colors, very neutral, that I thought would look pretty on here. And these are the number 8. Oh, I forget the name. Oh, Pearl. The Pearl number 8. That's what these are. These right here, they're Appleton. They are wool, but they are like a single, I want to say ply, that's not the right word, a single, I don't know, thread, to where it really, this is my favorite right here. This is my favorite size to use because it shows up better than this thread does, yet it's not too thick. Like this I also like. This is a little bit thicker. This is Cruel yarn, and I like this as well. But if I get bigger than this, I'm not so happy about it. So I have that. I have an extra pair of scissors. I have my little thing here if I should happen to pull my yarn or thread out of my needle, and I use that. I do have some more. This thread is made for jewelry, but I have a little bag of that. And then just stuff. I have my little thimble, my little metal thimble. I have a measuring tape. I don't think I've ever used that measuring tape. I have like little buttons and little charms in here that I had for another project, and I just left them. I do have some extra needles, and I have this little needle case that's magnetic, so it will hold the needles in there. Yeah, so that's kind of how I plan for slow stitching. And yeah, so like what I'm working on, the actual, like this actual thing that I'm working on is actually, it's on my desk, but what it is that Tim Holtz, the Tim Holtz, what do you call it, what do you call it? The black thing that, you know, that you work on, the work area, the glass black work area. That's maybe, I don't know, 3 feet, not 2.5 feet by whatever, 18 inches. And so I hadn't used that in a long time. I had it down in my basement, just kind of packed away a little bit. And I needed something that I could carry from room to room to do my cross stitching. And I figure, well, that's a good size. It's a little bit heavy because it's that glass, but it's a really good size that I can easily take from one room into another and work on it. So like I can sit in my favorite chair in my living room and put this, it almost fits like from one arm of the chair to the other. And but it's really like perfect. It works out really well. And so it basically sits, you know, like right in front of me, not quite on my lap, but yeah. So it's just a great place to work. And the fact that it's bigger than the pieces I've been working on, like it leaves extra room on this board right here I can put my iPad on there and put a video on, a YouTube video, or watch Hulu. And I'm sitting here, I would be just like this, but on my chair. And I would have my iPad like right in front of me right here. and I would just be sewing and watching a video. Yep, super, super, super relaxing. And what I really have found from slow stitching, and as you can see, I have begun the slow stitching. What I really enjoy when, as far as selecting the yarn or the thread that I'm going to use, as far as the color of it, I like the thread or yarn to show up a lot. It's almost like, well, hey, if I am taking the time to sew this, I want to be able to see it, darn it. Right? So that is why I normally, I can't say that I always, but I would say the majority of the time when I'm picking out the color of the thread, it is very much geared around, I want it to pop off of the piece of fabric that I'm sewing on. So that's why you'll see on here that the background of this particular fabric is beige. It's very light in color, yet I selected a beautiful pumpkin color. Is truly what it is. It's just absolutely stunning. And yeah, so, and even I found actually that with the wall hangings that I already slow stitched and are on my living room wall, that I can see, ooh, I got a nice little something going on here, that I can actually see the stitches and not be up close because they're hanging behind, well, two chairs, so they're hanging behind furniture. So even being a good distance away from the wall hangings, I can still see the stitches. And that's what I want, right? But one thing that I learned that I prefer to do when I slow stitch is to do one stitch at a time, as opposed to doing multiple stitches where you put the needle in and you go up and down, up and down, up and down. I still will do that. I mean, I'm sure you'll see me do that at some point. But for the most part, I just take my time, right? This is slow stitching. It's slow. It's meant to be slow. It's meant to be relaxing, right? And so I'm trying to kind of go with that flow, right? And just kind of relax and stitch away. And I find when I do it this way, it is not getting all puffy like it did when I would do a stitch just in and out, in and out, in and out. So I like the end result better when I stitch this way. And again, it's just relaxing and fun, and I love it. All right, so that piece is on, and I love the way that it looks, and it's not all bunchy, and so I'm happy with that. I'm not going to use the glue because I think I'm good with that. And you can see the stitching, and I love it. This piece right here is actually 2 pieces of fabric. I had bought fabric that had this flower on it, so it is fabric. So I cut it out, and then I had this other piece, and I thought it just looked so pretty on there. And then down here I did the same thing. So just think how pretty that's gonna look hanging on the wall. And then my new favorite fabric is this one up here, which has a recipe on it, as well as this one down here, which is also a recipe, but different font. I love it. And I tried finding similar fabric, and I found this company called Flea Market something. What is it? Flea Market Moxie? Something like that. And oh, they have beautiful fabric. I think I'm just going to pop off the video now, and you know, at some point, you know, when I get all of this stitched, or sometimes I even, like, if I get half of this stitched, you know, either way, half of it, sometimes at that point I start laying out my laces and my embellishments on top of it, and I'll pin them on just so I kind of know what I'm doing. So look at how gorgeous that is. Is that not beautiful? So maybe I'll put that there. See, I should cut it right now. I was going to say if I can get past hoarding this. So I think I can, right? Right, everybody? Because I'm going to cut it. Because then that means to me, then this is going to go onto this piece. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it can go either there, or it can even go down here somewhere, right? Even like that is pretty. It technically could even go that way, right? So I will definitely get this on here. Definitely. All right, I cut it. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I love it. Yeah, so I will come back at some point and show you the finished piece, or maybe I'll come back on and sit and chat a little bit more with all of you. And, you know, let me know if you have any questions. And, yeah, if you'd like to see more videos like this, you might want to go ahead and subscribe. And that's probably about it. So thank you so much for being here, and I pray that you have a wonderfully blessed rest of the week. All right, bye-bye, everyone.